Audi builds a car that'll do 200 miles an hour, and then it goes into a computer and tells the car not to. Genuinely, every fast Audi leaves the factory with a speed limiter buried in the software. 155, locked. You want the real number? You pay Audi extra to delete their own code. The comments under every Audi drag race are just people begging them to take the leash off every single time. So, simple question, no clean answer. What's the fastest Audi? The one with the highest top speed is dead. The quickest one off the line doesn't make a sound. And one of them is a 5,000-pound SUV that has no business being here. 7 fastest Audis, ranked by the number you actually feel. 0 to 60. Audi RS5, 7th fastest thing Audi sells. And the one most people forget is even fast. 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6. 444 horsepower. 0 to 60 in the high threes. Call it 3.7. Top speed locked to 174, if you pay for it. And I'm not gonna lie, RS5 owners carry a quiet little grudge. The old one had a V8, this one doesn't. Audi shrank it down to a V6, and a chunk of the internet is never fully forgiven them. It's still quick, it's still a proper RS, it just sounds like progress instead of an event. And if you're in Europe, there's a wagon version of this engine too. The RS4 Avant. Same heart, longer roof, more room for the dog. Nobody's bedroom wall has an RS5 poster on it, dude. It's the fast Audi for the guy who specifically does not want you to know his car is fast. Audi RS3 6th. And the car that makes the expensive ones nervous. 2.5-liter turbo 5-cylinder. Not 4, not 6, 5. Audi is literally the only company left putting a 5-pot in this class. 401 horsepower in a car roughly the size of a Corolla. 0 to 60 in 3.6. And the numbers aren't even the best part. It's the firing order. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. That gives it a warble no 4-cylinder on earth can fake. You hear an RS3 coming and your brain genuinely can't work out what it's looking for. And this little hatchback runs with cars that cost double. People lose it watching one line up against a V10 R8 and barely lose off the line. $500 of software gets it within arm's reach of the electric monster, sitting at number 1. Top speed locked to 155. Pay for the package 174. Add the ceramic brakes, and Audi hands you 180 miles an hour. In a compact, from a 5-cylinder. I'm not even kidding, this is the most car for your money on the whole list. It's not close. Audi RSQ8, 5th, and it genuinely should not be here. This is a 5-seat SUV that weighs over 5,000 pounds. 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, up to 631 horsepower in the newest one. 0 to 60 in 3.4. It'll do 190 with the package, and it lapped the Nürburgring in around 7.5 minutes. That's supercar time, in a thing you can fit a fridge in. Everybody assumes the wagon is the quick one, and the SUV is the heavy one. Then you watch them race, and the brick just walks away on the top end. And the comments under that race are all identical. Nobody believes it's stock. They're convinced somebody tuned it. It's stock. The reason a brick moves like that is what it's built on. The RSQ8 sits on the same platform as the Lamborghini Urus. Same V8 family too. It's not an SUV that happens to be fast. It's a Lamborghini with 5 seats and a trunk. Audi looked at physics and just refused to listen. Audi RS6 Avant. 4th and the most ridiculous practical car ever made. It's a station wagon, bro. The shape your grandma drove to the shops. And underneath it, a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 making 621 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.3 on paper, and high 2s when somebody with a stopwatch gets hold of one. Top speed, with the package, 190. A wagon, 190 miles an hour. You can load a stroller, a dog, and a week of groceries into a car that's quicker than most supercars from 10 years ago. And the long roof actually helps. It cleans up the air at the top end better than a low, sleek sedan can. The RS6 is what people buy when they're done flexing and just want to win every time without anyone clocking it. It looks like a car that does the school run. It is a car that does the school run. It'll also take the doors off whatever's sitting next to you at a green light. And it has a twin, a prettier one. That's next. Audi RS7 Sportback, 3rd. And mechanically, it's literally the RS6 you just met. Identical. Same 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. Same 621 horsepower. Same 3.3 260. The only real difference is the body. RS6 is the wagon. RS7 is the four-door swoopback with the fastback roof. And because that roof line slips through the air cleaner, the RS7 noses ahead right at the top end. One outlet clocked it to 60 and 2.9. So which one do you buy? Honestly, it comes down to one question: dog or drama? Want the trunk in the wagon practicality? RS6. Want the prettier shape and a hair more on top? RS7. That's the entire decision. And anyone telling you one is way faster than the other is selling you something. They're the same car. Pick the shape you like. Now we leave the V8s behind, because the top two play by completely different rules. Audi R8, second. And depending on how you define the word fast, this is the fastest Audi ever made. 5.2-liter V10, naturally aspirated, no turbos, no electric help, just 10 cylinders screaming to 8,500 revolutions per minute. Top speed, north of 200 miles an hour, up to 205. Nothing else Audi has ever built will go that fast. So why is it only number 2? Because this list is ranked by 0 to 60. And off the line, the R8 has a problem. It does the sprint in around 3.1. Genuinely brilliant. But there's footage of this V10 supercar lining up next to the little RS3 hatchback, and the hatchback hangs right with it. A 200 grand supercar and a Corolla-sized Audi. Same line, same launch. The R8 wins flat out. It just loses the first 60 feet. And the worst part isn't even the launch. It's that Audi killed it in 2024. The R8 is gone. The factory that used to build it by hand makes electric cars now. There is no new one coming. That was the last naturally aspirated V10 Audi will ever sell. Every R8 you spot from here on out is history with plates on it. And the quickest Audi ever built. The RS e-tron GT Performance. It's electric. There's your plot twist. 912 horsepower out of a pair of electric motors. 0 to 60 in 2.4 by Audi's own number, and as low as 2.2 when it's properly tested. Nothing Audi has ever made off the line is in the same conversation. It just deletes the gap to everything else on this list. Now, two things people get completely wrong about this car. First, that 912 figure. You don't get it all the time. It's a momentary surge. Right mode, battery happy. For a second or two. Most of the day you're rolling around on roughly 600. Still violent. But the headline number is a flash, not a constant. Second, the contradiction. The quickest Audi ever built makes no noise. None. No V10, no V8, no 5-cylinder warble. Just a whoosh, and the next corner arriving early. And remember that leash from the start of the video? The quickest Audi they have ever made tops out around 160, and owners actually complain about it. There are forum posts of guys hitting 161 and being annoyed it won't pull any harder. I'm not even kidding. The fastest accelerating car Audi has ever sold is also one of the slowest flat out, on purpose. It shares its bones with the Porsche Taycan, and it runs about 167 grand. And it's the future, whether the V10 crowd wants it or not. So back to the question from the start. What's the fastest Audi? The honest answer is, it depends what you mean. Off the line, in a straight fight, it's the electric one. No argument, not close. Flat out, top speed, last one standing, it's the V10 R8. But Audi capped one of them and discontinued the other. So the real answer is kinda sad, dude. The fastest accelerating Audi makes no sound, and the fastest flat-out Audi isn't for sale anymore. The best-sounding car on this entire list is the one you can't buy new. That's Audi right now. They build the exact thing you want, and then they either leash it or they bury it. The TTRS. Same 2.5-liter 5-cylinder as the RS3. The exact same heart. But the TTRS is over 200 pounds lighter. Less weight, same warble, and it genuinely feels even nastier than the RS3 does. It's not on the main list for one simple reason. You can't buy a new one. Audi killed the TT. The whole model line, gone. Which might honestly be the most Audi thing in this entire video. They put their best small engine in a lighter, sharper car. People loved it. And then they pulled it off the shelf. Find a clean TTRS used and you found one of the great 5-cylinder Audis. If this sorted out which Audi is actually the fast one, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, and settle something for me down in the comments. Is an electric Audi with no engine note even allowed to be called the fastest Audi? I already know that one's about to start a war. That's your 7. Now quit racing people at green lights, you're not winning. Later, you crazy people.